going to do that tomorrow.
Good morning, YouTube and Facebook. How y'all doing? Just setting up
Chatting
on TikTok. Let's see here. That class is over, so I can remove that. Go. But I kind of want to add something else. Maybe I'll do that Wednesday because I don't know where it's at. What are we calling today's live? We are calling today's live Do the Boring Work. Welcome, YouTube, Facebook, howdy. FYI, if we don't have TikTok anymore, I will be moving to YouTube. Even though I ain't did nothing on YouTube. I have the best performance on TikTok. Facebook, you're whack. I'm just saying it. Good morning, Miss Linda. Facebook, you're whack. Whack, pity dog and bone. Can't stand you over there. Your algorithm sucks. And good morning. So, I have been seeing some little. I've been reading. Good morning, Jordan. I have been reading that TikTok may go away. I think Donald Trump also mentioned that we may be at our stopping point at this point because they have not reached a deal. So we will move. We will be on Facebook, YouTube. I've got to get 1,000 followers on Instagram to go live over there. I would really love to go live over there. Maybe that's what I need to do this week. Maybe I need to do a big push to get my numbers up. Maybe that's probably what we all should be doing. I'm gonna do that this week, and I'm gonna put it in a group, and you guys need to do the same. Now, if you want to be able to go live on Instagram, you do have to have 1,000 followers. Most of us don't have 1,000 followers, to say the least. So what we'll do is we'll do some follow for follow trains to get that 1,000 mark. It's not what I recommend. I don't love it, but sometimes we gotta do what we gotta do. We gotta do what we gotta do. All right. So we gotta do what we gotta do. We gotta do what we gotta do. So if TikTok goes away this week, I will see you guys on YouTube and Facebook. And then all this week, all the groups, we need to do follow for follow trains and get our Instagrams to 1,000 so that we can go live over on those places as well, so that we can grow our audience really quickly over there, and so that we can fully leverage those tools. Because look, we can't control what the folks are going to do, but we can control how we respond to it. Good morning. Those of you that are new to the space, I'm Martine. This is Morning Motivations, and every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Good morning, Serene. I just try to give you a little bit of hope and encouragement as we do this thing called life. Facts. I am the most imperfect person you will see. I don't have it all together. I've got clothes on the couch that need to be folded. Neither one of my children did what they were supposed to do last night at all. I've got projects due and things that I need to be more consistent on. I'm just an imperfect girl trying to make progress every day. And I encourage you to live in your own imperfection and just work towards progress every single day. I've got Talia on the line this morning. Talia is my teammate and friend as part of TRM Learning and Sundays with TRM. Good morning, Talia. Good morning, Crystal. Y'all, come on in. Do me a favor, share this live with a friend. This morning, we're going to be talking about boredom. We're going to talk about boring. That's the topic of the hour. Good morning, YouTube. Good morning, Facebook. If you guys are over there, I can't see the chat. I can't see the chat. Let me pull up Facebook real quick. Facebook, I keep doing it because I know people watch on my Facebook, but the truth of the matter is, I can't see. I can't see any of the comments that happen over here. And so it's a bit frustrating, but sometimes you just have to keep making it do what it do. So if you're over there, come over to TikTok. All right. Hey, Talia, I heard a whisper that TikTok may be going away this week again. We shall see. But I think we all should do a follow for follow train on Instagram, so that we can go live on Instagram. Yes. So I'm about to do a big follow for follow train. Let's get our Instagram numbers up real quick. Let's hit that 1,000 mark for those of us that are not at 1,000, so that we can continue to do our work in other spaces. All right. So my personal goal this week is to, if this happens, I'm not stressing out. I ain't crying. I'm sick of crying. I'm tired of it. I ain't doing none of that. But what I am doing is I'm going to put in a few things to help not just me, but my entire community, all my spaces. Go ahead. Let's get a little growth. So I recommend that you guys do the same. All right. So you'll see it in my group. I'm gonna be sending messages. I'm doing all the things because I'm not a giver upper, and I don't want you to be a giver upper too. I don't want you to be a giver upper. I want you to be a doer. Good morning, Jewel. Good morning, Miss Linda. I hope you guys are doing well. Good morning, Serene. Let's get into today's conversation. We're gonna talk about boredom this week. This is a great moment to talk about boredom because there's a big tie as to why we're not moving forward in our business. And it's one of the things that's keeping us, good morning, Erica, that's keeping us from our best life now. That's what we're going to be talking about today. Erica, I've heard whisperings that TikTok might be going away this week. Have you heard that? Let me know. Good morning, Beverly. Good morning, Sharita. Good morning, Jewel. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Y'all get on in here. All right. This is Morning Motivations. Every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I try to offer you some honesty and some support and some strategies to help you move forward in your business. I do this while I walk on my treadmill because your girl needs to get some steps. I'm a remote worker. I got to get these little legs of mine moving, y'all. And I invite you to join me. All levels of movement are accepted, including zero. So if you laid up in your bed, stay in that bed. Nobody told you to get out of the bed. You can do it later today, or you can do it not at all. All levels of movement are accepted. Today, we're talking about keep it boring. I know it's unexpected for me to say that, but we really, good morning, Toya on Facebook. We really need to get in the habit of keeping it boring. All right? Because when you keep things boring, that's actually the space that you build your greatest breakthroughs. I've got a lot of AI art enthusiasts, prompt engineers in the space, and I'm going to tell you the truth. And I realized this over this last couple of weeks. I actually haven't been posting or prompting a lot of art lately, and I can feel it because when I prompt and when I create art and I get to see the beauty that I create, it gives me an injection of joy, of happiness, of good feelings. Good morning, V, the Visiona. Good morning. How about y'all? My folks who are in the AI space, you're prompting those images. How do you feel when you are posting, when you're prompting and you get to see what you create? Tell me about how you feel. Does it give you a little injection of some endorphins? When I started this, I'm so far away in my business to why I got into this. I got into this because I wanted to create art that reflected my actual world. my everyday life. My very first image that I created was literally a picture of a mom, a black mom, watching TV with her black kids. That was the very first thing I prompted over in Midjourney. And I was like, wow, look at that, look what I made. And it was off to the races. It feels good to get to see beauty and know that you were a part of it. But I'm gonna be real with y'all. Prompting alone does not give us the progress in our business that we need. I'm a duck. Don't throw tomatoes at me. Don't throw tomatoes. Okay? Prompting and getting that endorphin injection is not enough to help us move our businesses forward. It's not. Now, if you're doing it for a hobby, enjoy the hobby. Don't worry about making no money. And go cancel some of these subscriptions that you got. If you enjoy doing it because you like to make t-shirts or tumblers for your kids, the grandbabies, nieces and nephews, then leave. Good morning, Miss Samela. Then leave some of the business groups. Leave them. It's okay. You could just do this for fun and save you some coins. Okay? Because here's the truth. For as much as we love building and creating, as much as we love it, as much as it's great for our brain, if the goal is to earn income in our businesses, then we've got to do the work that's boring. Keep it boring. Keep it boring, y'all. We've got to do the mundane work. All right? When we see people that are winning, yes, Eat the Frog. That's a great book. Eat the Frog. Because here's the deal. Here's the truth. When you look at people who are winning or perceived winning, because everybody who look like they're winning, baby, they ain't winning a doggone thing. But that's another talk for another day. So when you see people and you believe they're winning because of what they show you, oftentimes it's not because they had the fanciest brand, the biggest moment, the cleanest home. It's because they kept showing up. Consistency beats creativity every single time. Every single time. Y'all, all right, I'm going to share with y'all some of the dumb stuff I watch. And I'm like, Lord, they making money. Y'all seen them ASMR videos where the people be squishing stuff and then they post sand on it, then they run their fingers through the sand? Do y'all know how much money they are making? It is boring. It is mundane work. It is not fancy, but they are consistent. You're consistent. If I go press on that person's page, good morning, Jada Billy Butters. Good morning. If I go to just followed you, good morning. If I go to their page, they have video after video after video. They are so consistent. Making tons of money for squishing stuff between their hands. Or taking a thing and pouring the sand out or the water out. Toya said those grass cutting videos. Now, dang, none one of y'all cut no grass, but you done watch the man cut everybody's yard in town. They're making money. There are some of those influencers, grass cutting influencers. They are making so much money either through brand deals or through their metrics or a combination of both that they cut the yards for free. They stop charging. There's a man who paints people's homes. He stopped charging. He don't charge the people no more. He said, I'm gonna paint your house. And the paint brands, they pay him, or the shops that he buys the paints from, they pay him. Yes, John. Now, grass cutting is hard work. It's the repetitive. Some would say that it's actually kind of boring. But good morning, Misha. When you are consistent, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. When you are consistent, it doesn't matter. Okay, for the ladies in the room, how many haircut videos you done watched? I can count on both hands how many I've watched. I can count on both hands. Think about that. You done watch all of these haircuts, and you ain't no barber. And if you pay attention, you done watch some haircutting videos twice, 2 times. It's the same video. You rewatched it. Crew cuts, where he cuts the women's hair. Absolutely. Same thing over and over. Over and over and over. Same video structure. Same storytelling. Consistency is going to beat your creativity all the time. We think that we've got to be these master creators. That is not true. That is not true. Good morning. Y'all, my mama on the call. Good morning, mama. Y'all say hello to Araminta. Araminta, that's my mama. Good morning. Good morning. Here's my point. If you want to perform well at this game, you've got to get comfortable with being boring, with doing the mundane tasks. All right? You got to get comfortable with doing things that are boring. Now, here's the good part. With AI, we have shortened the boring marker. So we can't have AI do some things that we consider boring. But here's the deal. If you don't set up the automation, if you don't ask the ChatGPT to write the email, then you've got nothing done. The email's got to go to place. The agent has to be built. There's always going to be work. I was having this conversation, and I think the biggest lie that's out there is this. You can just automate your life. And if you automate your life, you can make the money passively. That's a lie. Passive income is earned through generally aggressive work. All right? So you earn passive when you generally work aggressively. Now, over time, lots of time, more time than you're ready for, then you can do less and make more. But most of us that are in the trenches, who are trying to build our businesses one day at a time, all right? You're going to have to do some work. And the biggest issue we have, outside of being a fear is one of them, is when we get bored, we give up. When we get tired, we give up. Or we change it up. Or we want to add a new product. Oh, I just want to do something different. You know, I've been doing cards forever. I want to do something different. That is killing your business. If cards are the thing that is bringing in income, keep doing cards. All right? In this season for me, I'm able to push out about 1 to 2 school posts a day. 1 to 2. Same kind of post, same kind of structure. Over time, it can get a little boring for me. But when it's working, or it helps my community in a positive way, or the community is growing, then my job is to continue to do that. All right? We are getting way too wrapped up in things being fancy or perfect. Don't none of that matter. It really just needs to be consistent over and over and over and over and over again. And I'm not talking about, well, I did it for a week. Nah, I did it for 6 months. Nah. I'm talking about consistency over 2 years, 24 months, 36, 48, 24, 36, 38, 48. You've got to do this over a long period of time. And over time, it'll go like this. Your workload will slowly move like this. Or because you've been so consistent, you're making more money and you can hire people to do the things that you don't want to do yourself. Because even if it's creating a GPT, creating an ebook, I don't care what the thing is. It doesn't matter. It's going to take your time. And time is the most expensive thing you own. All right? So it's kind of like going to the gym. Nobody's going to get a six-pack for going to the gym one time with the trainer. For some of us, going to the gym is boring. Okay? Repeated moves. Over time, though, they're going to create great results. And that's the same with our business. Same with our business. Over the last month, I've been posting every day consistently for 31 days. Because I was consistent, I have found all of the exact videos that perform the best. All right, so I'm pulling the rug back so y'all can see what I got going on inside. There are about 4 videos that just killed it. They were the best videos. I'm going to take those videos, I'm going to analyze them, and I'm going to repeat those styles over and over and over again. And I'm going into it knowing this is going to get boring. I'm going to get sick of doing this. But I recognize if these types perform the best, then every time I grab a new follower or someone is new to the space, or new to TRM, or new to Learn with Martine, they don't know all my videos are the same. And to be honest with you, once they start realizing they're the same, they get comfortable. They're going to watch 1 or 2. They're going to join a community. They may purchase a course or a class or a digital download. Do y'all see how this works? We keep trying to be the Walmart of our niche. We want to be the Target of our niche. Well, maybe not Target, I don't know. We want to be wide when we nearly need to narrow in and just keep doing the same thing over and 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 over again. All right? So I want you to think about your own businesses. What's one boring task in your business that you keep underestimating? Let me know in the chat. What is one thing that is boring? Good morning, Kevin. In your business, what's the boring task that you keep underestimating? And be honest. I'm going to tell you mine. Let me know in the chat. What's one boring thing that you're underestimating in your business? And I'll tell you what mine is. All right, uploading products. Ooh. Uploading products. Oh, creating content. Oh, Lord, making mock-ups. Oh, that's so boring. Oh, the idea. Oh, I had to make some mock-ups yesterday, and I was like itchy. I was like, I could just put this on a shirt and take a picture. Oh, go ahead. Ooh, discussing the weekly schedule. That could be boring and anxiety building. You build up a little bit of anxiousness. There is nothing more boring than updating daily. I agree with that with everything in my soul. Uploading content daily is boring. I did it for 31 days. It is task heavy. It can be stressful, especially when you upload to the wrong account. All right, I'm going to tell y'all mine. Mine is creating, drafting, and delivering emails. It's boring. I don't like it. It's boring. It's boring. Sending emails is trash. But I'm going to hit you with a little secret. For the last year, there have been 3 to 5 emails that I've sent consistently almost every week. I'd say out of every month, 60% of every month. 60% of every month I've done this. Y'all know what it is? I'm going to pause. I sent an email about TRM every week for the last year. I've missed some weeks here and there, but I've missed some days. But every single week, I've sent at least one email about Sundays with TRM. Now, there are a lot of factors to why Sundays with TRM is a great place to be. A lot of pieces, but it hit me like a ton of bricks that as much as I don't like and I find it boring to send emails, that when I dig in and do it consistently, it can be a factor in program growth. It can be. Now, is it the whole thing? Heck no. There's a whole lot of factors. But that's one of them. So I challenge you. If you committed to one boring task for blank days straight or blank weeks straight, where could it take you? Give this some thought. Because you not doing the boring stuff is keeping you from your blessings. Now, between September and December, we are all participating in the locked-in challenge. We're picking a thing or maybe a few things from different buckets in our lives to really focus on so that when we get to the 1st of January, baby, we're not starting over. We're just continuing. Join my group, The Paid Creative. We'll be talking about this and more all 3rd and 4th quarter. All right? I don't like sending emails for a lot of reasons. But I can tell you that one email I've sent 90%. I try to send a couple each week. That hasn't been successful all year. But that one reminder, that has happened every week for the last year. And it's impactful. All right? It does make a difference. Because you know what I've learned over time? People are looking, they may not open the sales email. They may not open, do you want to be a panelist emails? But that Sunday email at 5:30, they're opening it. They expect it. It's their final reminder that Sundays with TIM starts at 6. Right. She said it reminds her every week. All right. So just imagine if you picked one tiny thing, and that one tiny thing, you would do it every single week. What would happen in a year? Good morning, Miss T. A year and a half. Imagine if you decided, I'm only going to focus on fill in the blank. Whatever that thing is. And I'm going to do that one thing every day or every week or every month without time. Hold on. I don't have it with me, but I'm going to get it after. I'm going to message you. I don't have it with me. I ain't got it with me. Shh, don't tell nobody. Facebook and YouTube, if y'all are making comments, honey, I can't see them. I'm just letting y'all know. Good morning, Sage. My mama says something this morning. I was talking to her this morning. She said something that made me chuckle. She said she learned this in a class she took. She said, all right. Hold on. I got to walk a long way. Hold on. They say, pause and get your water. I'm being obedient, Miss Samela. And who was that, Tamika? I'm going to get my water. Hold on. Let me go get my water, child. I've been drinking it after. I have been drinking it after, but I'll get it. Let me answer the call. Hold on. Because if you don't see me drinking, it didn't happen. Look at that throat, a little parched anyway. Good morning, Kente Diaspora Studio. Go follow her, y'all. Stop what you're doing, and I'm gonna get back to what I was saying. Go follow Kente Diaspora Studio. Her art is amazing, y'all. Every time she posts her art, I'll be like, God, dog, this looks good. I like the way her brain works and why and how she pulls her art pieces together. Then she layers in like transitions, like she does some storytelling within her art. Go follow her, please. Good morning, Making Moves. Yep. All right. Now, I lost my train of thought, but it'll come back. What's one small thing we can do? One thing that we can do. And listen, I'm not saying it's going to be perfect. Good morning, Diana. None of this is going to be perfect. None of this is going to be perfect. All right? You just got to do it. I have not done all of my emails the way I should. But I can tell you I've sent one every week without fail. Typically, I try to send anywhere from 1 to 5. And there are many weeks where I didn't do the 5. But that one at 5:30, that one happened every week. So we got to pick some things. All right? Now. Oh, good point. So Tamika said, my class emails. Oh, thank you, Mama. Thank you. Because I was like, I lost my train of thought. Thank you. I'm coming back. Thank you, Mama. My mama reminded me what I was talking about because I forgot. I am really, especially for my paid participants, I am very aggressive. I send them anywhere from 1 to 3 reminders about coming to the live. And I'm very strategic about it. So there's certain, for people who paid for a class for me, there are certain emails I send on certain days to get them present because people just forget. Now, back to what I was saying. My mama said that the creator, the class she went to, every time you do your business, that's an opportunity to post content. So hopefully everybody's going 1 to 3 times a day. So that's literally 1 to 3 opportunities to post. And I was like, she's onto something. You already was sitting there. And if some of you were honest with yourself, you were scrolling. You were scrolling while you were sitting there. So why can't you post while you were sitting there? You were scrolling while you were sitting there, baby. Don't act all sedity not like you wasn't scrolling. And depending on who you are, you was talking on the phone too. Y'all, my mama's entered the chat this morning. She is a recent retiree. Show her some love. Her username is Araminta. For years, she would do, she's a drama teacher, a thespian. And so for years, she would do Harriet Tubman. And so Araminta is her name. That's Harriet Tubman's name. All right. Yeah, she just retired. So I was like, Mama, come on this call and listen while you get your business taken care of this morning. So she made her way into the call this morning. All right. And I've got several several retirees in the room. And retirees, they're for you too. You can pick one boring thing in your business that you don't like doing and commit to it for 90 days. Good morning, big homie Juju. All right. Yeah, come on through, retirees. Retirees, you should not be spending your entire day working. That's not the point. But you can pick one boring thing that's tied to your business and commit to that one boring thing. Good morning, Lady T. I had the pleasure of seeing the other half of the team yesterday. All right. Now, I asked you guys to tell me. I said, hey, tell me what's boring. Now, here's my question to you. Of the things that's boring in your work, what's one thing you could commit to? You can drop it in the chat, or I just want you to think about it. Because if you make the decision to do that one thing, that boring task, everything can change. Everything can change. All right? So, when we talk about being online, having, even if you sell physical products, people who sell physical items, okay? Even though you may be doing word of mouth, and that's great. Word of mouth is an excellent way. But the online aspect of the business can 10 times your ability to grow and earn income. All right? So this is what makes or break you online. The boring things are what's going to make you discoverable, trustworthy, and consistent. Yes, we did talk about this yesterday, Diana. Thank you for reminding me. Diana reminded me that we talked about don't try to be on Instagram and TikTok and Facebook. Pick one, and you go down to the depths with that one. Just one. You want your Instagram to pop? Post every day, even if it's not perfect. You want collaborations, you want clients? Follow up. Ask them. Well, first, let's talk about collaborations and clients. Ask them one time. Give it some time. Ask for follow-up. Go look at that company and see who else in the company you can ask. Support their projects. Volunteer to speak. Even though it may feel repetitive, even if you think you're getting on their nerves, 9 times out of 10, you are not. And if you are, they will tell you. And it's not personal, it's just business. Okay? So, Taya, contact that printer company or that printer you always talking about. I don't know if she's still out there. She's going to kick my butt. She said, I am. Send them an email. Every single company has some kind of marketing, development, some kind of team. And don't just reach out to one person. Go find their LinkedIns. Send them an email. Follow up with them on their LinkedIn. Try to get on their calendar. Yeah. Ask them. What all they can say is no. Y'all know how I partner up with Talia and Regina. I asked them. I just asked them. They could have said no. And if they would have said no, I have to guess that T and Michelle, somebody asked somebody to work with each other. Either T asked Michelle or Michelle asked T. And either one of them could have said no. It wouldn't have changed anything. But look what happened when they said yes. See, she asked her daughter, come on, do this thing with me, daughter. She said yes. And here we are 2-3 years later, thriving community, school community. They do co-workings on Sunday. Come on! Because somebody took the risk. Somebody allowed themselves to be vulnerable. It's boring. It's repetitive. It's scary. But man, if you do it, everything might change for you. They may say no. Ask somebody else. There is a young lady. I don't always recommend this, but we're going to talk about it. There was a young lady. She is in the Pixar Disney world of things. All right. So she does Pixar. She does the drawings, the animations. She reached out to the CEO of Disney at that time with her resume and said, hey, this is who I am. This is what I do. This is what I bring. I'd love to be part of what this organization has to offer. She didn't hear nothing for a year and a half. Year and a half, she didn't hear nothing. Year and a half, and she's like, I was just throwing spaghetti at the wall anyway. All right. Year and a half later, she gets a call from Disney. Hello. We'd like to have you come in and interview for that. She was like, oh, baby, the CEO of the company forwarded the email down to somebody on his team. He just never responded to the email directly. She participated in some of the Black Panther animated work and had done projects with them since then. Now, she took a risk, a big one. It could have backfired. It didn't. And T says they have several collaborations because they ask people to work with them. Just ask. And the answer might be no. And embrace the no. Because that means it's time to ask somebody else. Embrace the no. All right. Now, I'm running behind. So let's get into it. Here's your homework for this week. Pick one boring power move. It may be posting daily. It might be doing DM outreach. It might be doing email check-ins. Whatever it is that makes sense for your business. All right. In the paid creative community, I'm going to drop the replay, this challenge, and let's just check in for the next 7 days. Find something tiny and boring or perceived boring that you can do this week and do it. And if you can do it this week, baby, you can do it next week. And if you can do it next week, you can do it the week after that. 4 weeks makes a month. 3 months makes 90 days. 180 days. Ain't that 6 months? Y'all check my math. I don't know. And a year later, you may have brand deals, classes that are packed, and products that are selling out. But if you're not even willing to step into the boring work, honestly, you're not going to be able to push this needle and move forward in any way. All right? That's my moment for today. Last Saturday, I taught a class on storytelling. The replay is up and available right now. If you want to stand out in this space on social media, you've got to learn how to tell stories. I teach you how to tell the narrator trend story, but I also give you a ton of examples. I show you how to write the story with my custom GPT. And then I also show you how to make the video in CapCut. Everything is broken down into small pieces, so it's easier to digest. And then by the end, you can have a video. Side note, those of you that are in between the ages of 40 and 60 plus, they're the group that hardly creates high quality storytelling videos. I know the reason why they don't know how. I know the reason why. It's because they don't know how. I'm teaching you how. I'm in the club. I'm doing it. Regina has started to apply what she's been learning from me. And what we're finding is our follows are going higher, our engagement's going up, and we have people showing up in our spaces in ways they haven't before. I don't know how big this thing is going to get, and I'm not going to put a limit on it. I don't want you to wait until I'm there when all the while we could have been doing this together. All right? Don't wait till I get to 10,000 followers or a community of 10,000. Why are you waiting? When I'm showing you right now that I'm a small creator that's growing. You don't need to wait. You need to get in, invest in the classes and courses that you need. Click on my little thing right here. Right there at the top. It's going to take you to everything I have to offer. All right? Don't wait till a person's at the top. If you see that there's value, if you see that they're offering what you need, go grab it. Replays available. Today is Monday. We have Mid-Journey Mondays with Regina. If you're in the paid creative, that's my free community. You'll have access to it. Good morning, Miss Martine. Mid-Journey Mondays today, 7 p.m. Central. Tomorrow, Color Me Calm with Talia. Talia, what we coloring at? Zoom or the tickety-tockety. Let me know if you're still there. That is our chill and relaxation time. We color, we chit-chat, all the things. All right? All right, we'll be on Zoom this week. So Zoom, Color Me Calm, all of these events are in my paid creative community. It's a free community to join. So if you're not in there, you need to get on up in there. Today's live will be in. Hey, Mama, you might as well join my community. I'll give you a tutorial how to get in there. Because my mama be asking me questions anyway, so she might as well ask the community, and then we all can learn together. Because she asks great questions. Because she has her own business. She's. I get it from my mama. She does all the things. Good morning, Gen X Digital Robot. Good morning. All right, so that's it for me today. So let's run it. Let's go from the top to the bottom. You have to do the boring work. You can automate some boring work, but even in setting up the automation, that is also boring. And you also have to do that too. Your challenge for today is to do that one thing that nags at you that's boring. Over the next 7 days, let's focus on it. This last quarter of the month, we are doing the lock in. We are locking in on our goals. So you should lock in too. Next, if you need to get better at creating social media, storytelling is where it's at. You've got to learn how to tell good stories. I have taught a class. It is now available. It is broken up into small parts, and you can take your time and consume it in bits and pieces. Women between the age, especially Black women, but women between the ages of 40 and 60 plus are not creating that kind of content, especially in the AI space. Dun, 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 dun. That means there's a gap. That means if you learn how to do it, more people are going to be interested in what you have to offer. Side note, Regina is doing it as a faceless brand. I'm doing it as a face front brand. It works either way. Tonight, we have Mid-Journey Monday. If you're into AI art or you want to be, she's your girl. She knows everything about Mid-Journey. Join us at 7. And then tomorrow, we have Color Me Calm with Talia. Go to my profile, click on my things, join the paid creative. That's where you can access all the resources and grab the classes and courses you need. Guys, will I be back Wednesday? Yes. Miss London, I'm feeling good today. I got my energy back. My energy is back. So I will be back this Wednesday, and we're going to continue this conversation. All right? We're going to continue this conversation. Whitney, Sarah, Whitney, I'm so glad that I got to see you in the paid creative community. I'm so glad you're there. Stephanie Maddox, I'd love to have you in the paid community. Tina Phipps, I'd love to have you in the paid creative community. It's a free community. Just click on the icon at the top, and I will, and it says join my school community. Click on it. Click on the thing. So my little circle up here. All right, click on that. And you'll be where you need to be. Okay? All right. You guys have a great rest of your day. I will see you tonight. Maybe my kid has a game. So I may not be there, but Regina's the master of her thing. So go hear what my girl has to say. Bye, guys.